Na itt jártunk. Hogy gyakorolod? Odafigyelj. Nem gyakorol. Jó van, gyakorolják. Vannak itt izék. Azokat felvettük, majd megnézzük. Bűzdémonok, beszarsz.
Dice. Who else plays around here? There's Civic, Madame Carol, and Lesota. But they're masters. They'll only play you if you beat us.
Köszönöm szépen, de nem. Kockázni nem akarok, utáltam azt a izébe is. Régiben.
Relics, artifacts, trinkets and talismans, hallowed and highly valuable.
Milyen van?
Anything interesting there?
Ash from the stake where Sabrina burned. Nails that fastened the wheel of death. Splinters from the wheel. I've also got some metal parts and some of the martyr's
De nem erre
garments.
mentem.
Whatever your heart desires.
Jó. Ezek vannak nála, akkor... Keményített bőr az van nála. Ezt megvettük, mert az majd kell. Mert most jelenleg nem kellene küldetést, hát tudom. Egyelőre abból nem adunk el, 159 vagyunk, úgyhogy ez teljesen jó szerintem.
Relics
Igen, beszéltem erről?
Where did you get these things?
trying to compete with me. It's too good a business to share with others.
Oké.
Do you believe in the power of your merchandise?
You mean the relics? Others believe in them, that's what counts. They'll believe in anything that gives them hope. Soldiers shit their pants and throw up in fear before going into battle. If kissing a rusty nail gives them courage, then in my book, it works.
I'm interested in objects that belong to the soldiers who perished in the battle 3 years ago. Not any old things. They have to be magically active. I know how to check.
That's not my speciality, Witcher. I deal in relics.
Jó. Akkor ő nem.
So long.
Relics!
Jó, nem ezt akartam.
Damn it, this is a problem.
Mind if I join you?
Think I've the right to stop you from taking a free stool?
No, right? But you might not want company while you drink.
And why might you want to drink with me?
Hát nem tudom.
I prefer to drink in good company.
Doesn't ring true. You don't even know me.
That's true. But I know a good man when I see him. So?
Do what you will. Everyone does what they want. My son, for instance, has decided to die. He's decided to duel Lieutenant Avid, known as the Butcher of CIDARIS.
Oh.
All in all, that makes him a dead man.
Lieutenant David. Who's that?
A killer.
Plenty of those in
Van
the
egy olyan érzés, amit nekünk kell
No,
megküzdeni
killing
vele.
enemies is not the same as slaughtering your own countrymen. The Butcher likes the latter, and he's good at it. The best.
They're going to duel to the death?
Are you that ignorant? We've been sitting here for weeks. Nothing is happening, and hence said don't like that, so he's organised some diversions.
You mean tournaments?
Not like tournaments, more like murders. Mock battles without the mocking. The jailers really leave the arena on their own 2 feet. When our unit learned that 6th Company was putting forward the Butcher of CIDARIS, there were no volunteers, so we drew straws and it fell to Sven.
He can't back out.
He can, but he won't. I've pleaded, I've begged, but my son's a stubborn one. The pup's got honor. But what good's honor to a corpse?
Nem valóban.
What if I helped you?
What kind of question is that?
Could I count on you in return?
Save my son, and there won't be a thing I wouldn't do to aid you.
I take that as your vow. Where's Sven?
Training in front of the canteen, near the mercenary's tent. You'll know him when you see him.
Igen,
Going to the
gondoltam.
slaughter like a pig for a feast, but there's naught I can do.
I've no bloody idea who you might be, but I hope you're a civilian.
must my devilish blood come?
Are you moved by the prophet Lebioda's parables? Then spare an oren for his humble followers.
Miért? Adjunk egyet. Egyet. Nem, adunk 10 lett max.
Having an oren and not having an oren makes 2 orens.
Cheapskate. Are
Nem
you
lehet.
moved? Then
Having an oren and not having an oren makes 2 orens.
cheapskate.
Why did he have to be like me?
Érdekes, én nem lehet.
I've no bloody idea who you might be, but I hope you're a civilian.
Why did he have to?
Gyere csak, srác.
Are you Sven?
Who's asking?
Somebody who just might save your ass.
Pass off.
I wouldn't play the hero if I were you.
You don't know me.
I spoke to your father.
Ha! I'll wager he told you the sad story of Sven, who needs to be rescued.
I'm no wandering knight, and you're no princess in distress. I promised your father I'd help you.
Then go back and ask his pardon for tricking him.
Will you feel better
Oh.
when they kill you?
I'd certainly feel worse if I cower out.
I'm the last one who'd ask you to do that.
What will you do? Summon the butcher and send him out on an urgent mission to deflower the Virgin of Edern?
No, we'll fight as a pair against Latond and his second. Your honor will remain untouched, like a 12-year-old nun's pedal.
Why do you wish to help me?
Don't ask me to explain myself. Now wave that sword around some more. We both need you to practice.
Jó, hívjuk ki csatázni. Latent Avettet. Oké. Abban a pillanatban kihívjuk.
Been brewing. I'm a bit scared of going against the saint.
I'm looking for Letond Avet, the butcher of CIDARIS.
What do you seek?
I want to try my luck.
Strange. Most shit themselves at the sight of my sword.
2
They
kardja
say
van.
you're equal to a witcher in a fight.
They lie. I'm better.
We'll see.
You'll need to wait. I've a fight lined up already.
We could always duel in pairs. I look around and I see the cream of Kedweni knights. Someone's bound to agree.
I am Edwin Lysum, known
Oh.
also as the Petal. If Latond will have me, I'll gladly stand at his side.
Why do they call you the petal? I've no need for one who ploughs maidens simply for the pleasure of deflaring them.
You offend me greatly, Latond. I owe the moniker to the fact that I place flower petals in the mouths of the foes I defeat.
I'll be glad to see anything stuffed in the Witcher's mouth. So be it.
The enemy have fed you there,
Megvan az izé.
What if she's
Nem lehet
I've
több
no
beszélni.
bloody idea who you might be,
Akkor
but I hope you're a civilian.
beleegyeztek. Ezekkel amúgy lehet beszélni? Nem?
How's service under Henselt?
See anybody complaining? And we don't like busybodies.
Érdekes. Te? Nem lehet.
Aunt? Has he agreed?
Yes,
Some whoreson, eh?
unique among them. Ready?
Uh-huh.
Let's go get him.
Érdekes lesz.
Most gracious king, noble lords, men-at-arms,
Alapban is Sven nem
shortly in the
hallhat meg.
arena you shall witness the famed Letond Avet, known also as the Butcher of CIDARIS, at whose side shall stand the Honourable Edwin the Pet Lysum. Opposing them are Sven of somewhere and Geralt of Rivia.
Sehonna is Sven.
Witcher! May the gods favor the better men. Begin!
Kapta. Várjál csak, ezt megpróbáljuk. Hát ha jönne erre. Gyere már erre. Ó, de jó. Meghaltak.
The prize in the contest was a noble title. Our gracious and merciful ruler, King Henselt, shall generously bestow this upon the Yard of Sven.
Salvage.
Heralds will announce
He
these
salvaged that foolish head of yours.
I'm a knight now.
King Henselt.
The king himself will do the honor.
Nem, nem.
You were born in a pigsty where the labour came to your mother 18 springs ago. Nothing will change that. Witcher, I said you could demand what you will, and my word's no worse than a noble's.
You demanded payment for helping me?
This is between your father and me.
Who do you pray for?
I can't say.
And neither can you, father.
An old soldier's word is no handful of hay with which to wipe your arse.
I'll have naught to do with this.
Go to Madame Carl's brothel and ask for Whistling Wendy.
Ügyes Wendy.
The madam will take you to her tent and leave you alone. Wendy will ask what you wish. Tell her you want her smile to open the gates of paradise.
Oh.
Are we even?
Yeah.
And beware of Vincent Trott. He may be hiding with the conspirators. Dangerous man, that one.
Deathmole's looking for him. And if he finds him, we may all end up tasting the executioner's axe. That scoundrel falls into the sorcerer's hands. He'll give us all up to save his own skin.
I'll be careful.
Trott wears a magic suit of armor. He could prove a difficult
Mágikus
foe,
páncél.
even for you.
Érdekes. Nézzük, csak nézzük már át a küldetéseket. Mik vannak ezek a szkanderek? Most az annyira nem izgat. Kérdező körbe, távolban szimbólum. Hát jó, az akkor majd. Igen, ezt találjuk meg Odrint. Jó, nézzük ezt. Ja, csak ez sincsen, aha. De akkor ezt majd idővel fogjuk megtalálni megint. Beszéljük a kikötözött tündével. Vagy a tündével hogy álltunk egyébként?
Witcher.
What?
The king is impressed with your skills. He's called on me to organize a tournament.
If this goes on, his entire army will be slaughtered before he moves against Eddard.
This time it'll be a tourney of knights. None of that slaughter for the riffraff to enjoy. The king will reward the winners handsomely. If you're interested, find me by the arena.
Okay.
How'd you do? What do you want?
Can I talk to him?
You're all right. I've heard you've been helping our lads. Talk away, but be quick. If the corporal sees you, he'll have your balls. And ours.
Húgyoztak. Ott húgyozik komolyan.
Bloody fat girl. What do you want?
Information. You from Yorvith's unit?
I'm proud of it. Yorvith will avenge me, maybe.
I'm responsible for you being captured.
I don't understand.
I warned Yorvith that the Kingslayer had betrayed him. Your leader's alive because of me.
You lie! You're not one of us.
Never claimed to be. I'm not interested in your fight, nor in that of the humans. I have my own goals. I'm hunting the Kingslayer and need information. Will you help me?
I'd rather not reveal anything to the Dwan. Do you know Elder speech? De Thurmen en Rendans hest. Ev de sale emes et de menneslet.
Say here.
Erte dreie et Dwan. Seret en ox wat gern est. Denna arneck.
Oh.
Visse ögon. Erle ögon. Ken hattmer. Denna där emendan. Dak mammert.
Oh.
Vekele elefene hiske.
Ja me herf. Este velf. Epke ken hest.
Quintus
Az igen.
Den kean vel emer dorvat gen.
Akkor egy politikus. Oh.
Vekele penetreus.
En her kianje esme jes velf. Se este en quien diable askien. Ken jesse de freas.
Mesem tayakled. Ken vene de arme hest.
Denna neersella vid salla in esne geert. Veneer senden el.
Eteama. Ne segenir. Elesera.
Mekian behented fen eset. Seret neer ura jasenhet. Erkeb orks garthe seget en it roten kemes. Te motta diam.
Aha.
Rathain. Ne diables. Rathain veterel.
Versenet roten deren henselt gerel durte hen. Den diarme elestrea hen. Ne mer se herf.
Rafel.
When erle wat gerne hennelinge kring.
Nemesech.
Oxen en seret est eleken. Vel mert Gwynblade Kenneth Belk. Veden emeth Gwynblade. Say at the step gatis en kled finis. Vad fel?
Oké, mondott érdekes információkat nekünk. Oké. Kis tesó, vizsgáljuk meg éjszaka a szirtenáló kutyhót és a folyóparti. Jó. Akkor meditálunk éjszakáig. Hát, tudom én.
Odren, here boy. Odren. I'm done with this course.
Erre is lehet menni.
Bloody comet. Square coins.
Kurva élet, erre nem is lehet menni.
Why did you go to the beach?
During Henselt's last expedition, we stayed in a house there. My unit was on the lookout for Demaven's forces trying to cross the river. I just wanted to recall the old times.
So you took part in the campaign 3 years ago?
Took part? I barely escaped with my life.
Akkor ő is tud valamit.
Eva, the brothel medic, saved me. Talk to her if you want to learn more. She knows everything about the camp.
Te meg kiabálsz. Ó, biztos ki lehet menni amúgy.
I'm done with this cursed place. Trouble approaches. Bloody comet. Odren, where are you?
Ó, mi volt ez?
Oi, Witcher! Out in these wastelands hunting monsters? Well, if you see 2 of my men, tell them I'll rip them both brand new assholes if they miss muster.
What are they doing there?
It's a common malady. A day don't go by that some dimwit don't sneak out of the camp to go to the gullies.
Miért vajon?
They may never return.
Anything's possible. But I, for one, hope they just overdid it with the liquor and fell asleep in some bush.
We'll see if I come across anyone.
Luck be with you. You're a good fellow. Ah, find them and you'll see Corporal Zivik knows how to be grateful.
Oké.
Well, it was here yesterday.
Veled nem lehet beszélni. De én nem azt akarom. Miért adtad be? Ezt akarom csinálni.
Well, it was here yesterday.
Ó. Itt van valami. Bűzdé van. Mi? Hogy ezek felrobbannak. Az nem túl jó nekünk egyébként. Shit. Hol volt mentés? Vele beszéltünk már?
From what I can see,
Ez nem volt még az a beszélgetés.
He's like a father to us, really. Comes around from time to time, chats it up, pats you on the mug. Remembers our names too, though you got to earn that in battle. Been so distinguished 3 times already. Pride myself on it.
I'm sure it's a great honor for a humble soldier like yourself.
Last time it happened, we was on the march. Some peasant poisoned his well. A few of our lads died, many others got sick. I pacified that village. We hit them so hard, we even struck fear into our own boys. They went without a row for 2 days, and the king was very pleased. He came around, gave me a friendly punch in the gut, laughed and said, "You are one true son of a bitch. If you'd not been born among swine, you'd probably be king." That's how he is. Humane and all. He's really got a heart.
Did you participate in the battle?
I did, and I fought. But I'd rather not go into it.
The spirits of those who died in battle are now in combat on that field. They kill each other and change into nasty creatures called draugrs. Adernians, Cadwenis, even your comrades. I want to help them, but I have to know what happened during the battle.
Oh, the plague. Listen then. The fighting started in the afternoon. The Dun Banner was first to attack. We were ambushed, cut off from our main unit and devastated. Bloody scouts and Sabrina Glevisic, who was supposed to mind the battlefield. By then, the battle was in full swing. Wherever you see those damned furrows, people fought there. The Adernian lines faltered a few times, but we couldn't crush them because of Selkirk. Yes, we had the Visitor. They had Selkirk of Gullet, the invincible White Knight, Edern's finest swordsman. Wherever our forces gained the upper hand, he'd appear and reverse the fighting's course. Then, Vandergrift himself went into battle. He met Selkirk in the middle of the melee. It was a battle of titans. In the end, the Visitor hacked Selkirk and sliced the White Knight from his head to his balls. Then, death fell from the heavens. Lumps of burning soil flew through the air. The whole valley was on fire. Damned magic of a damned witch. I owe my life to Priest Crest, our chaplain.
Mindestől az már érdekesebb lett, több infót
back for
mond.
the others. He had a medallion that protected him against fire. He led everyone out, including the Adernians. But the flames got him in the end.
Oh, huh?
Were you at Brenna?
Ah, yes. Cut down more Black Ones there than anywhere else. The Redanians were in disarray on the left when we joined the battle. Same with the Temerian regiments in the middle. We arrived just in time. Menno Cohorn commanded the Nilfgaardians. He was some leader. Even we feared him like fire. But somehow we prevailed.
What happened to him afterwards?
He refused to flee, died like many others. Though no one knows who did it, and no one ever found his corpse.
You mentioned the priest.
A really good man. He was with us the whole time, during the march, in the barracks, and in battle, among common soldiers. Freya gave him a medallion to protect him from fire. I don't know how true that is, but he led me and many others to safety.
Who has this medallion?
King Henselt. I saw it once. I don't know how he got hold of it, but he definitely had it.
Do I have this right? You served in the Dun Banner?
Did indeed. Henselt's never commanded a fiercer group of warriors, and he never will. If not for us, there'd have been no victory for the North at Brenner. We carried the day.
I didn't see the Dun Banner in the camp.
And you won't. The unit's no more. Ensign Eckhart Hennessy carried the standard into battle for the last time 3 years ago.
Glevisig's magic?
Worse. The Edirnian troops, the bastards. Dun Banner, the pride of Kedwen, lost its standard and almost all its men. The Visitor refused to send us reinforcements when we were cut off. The Dun must prevail. It's been in worse shite than this. The Dun will be all right. 7 Edirnians to each one of us. We had no fucking hope. 200 men went into battle and less than 70 came back. But that's not all. Only a few survived to this day. The boys couldn't handle it. Suicide, firewater, fistek. A few became highwaymen. They ended up on the gallows or in ditches. Memories can also kill you, and soldiers don't always deal with them well.
I have to find that standard.
I heard it lies in the catacombs neath Bergen,
Oh, dear.
alongside my mates. Hey, if you're thinking of going there, I ought to give you my beaver skin cap. That's its rightful place.
Oh.
What happened before the battle?
We forded the Pontar on the 3rd day after the autumn equinox. The Edirnians were waiting for us, formed up in a long line at the foot of those hills. I remember the banners of Vengerberg, Aldersburg, Gullet. Knights, armoured infantry, peasants, the
Yennefer
Bergen
Vengerberg.
Dwarf Regiment, all save the king. They numbered more than 5,000. General Vandegrift, commander of the Kedwenis, had less than 4,000, including the elite Bearheads, armoured troops from Ard Caraig, and the famous White Foxes of the North. And ourselves, the Dun Banner, veterans of Brenner, hated by the Edirnians more than the plague. But above all, we had Vandegrift the Visitor. Maybe he was a bastard, but he knew war like nobody else.
Did you see the duel between Seltkirk and Vandegrift?
From a distance. At the time I was on that hill, and they were somewhere over there. The field used to be as flat as a table. It was their second duel. Earlier, in peacetime, they'd met at a tournament in Ard Caraig. Seltkirk won then. Vandegrift's sword cracked and the Visitor had to yield. After the tournament, he had a new sword forged by Kedwen's best mages and swordsmiths. That's how Loathan came to be.
I think that means hatred in the Elder language. Pretty pretentious.
They say a sorcerer cast a spell on the sword and told Vandegrift the blade wouldn't crack as long as he remained invincible. The mage got 50 lashes and was the last to mention any such nonsense.
Who has Vandegrift's sword now?
When the Sea of Flames died out, the looters ran amok. They found Seltkirk's chain mail, which survived somehow. Maybe it was magical too. Vandegrift's sword went missing. The boys in the camp claim the female dragon slayer has it, but I wouldn't even try talking to her.
Who's got Seltkirk's chainmail?
A certain Vincent Trott. Low nobility, in the army since forever, a greedy bastard.
Where can I find him?
That's a problem. Deathmold wanted him arrested after they found a square coin on him. Some of the officers and noblemen want to get rid of the black ones. They don't like how they lord it around the camp, even though the king talks to them. Those coins are their sign, the stupid bunch of plotters. Anyway, Vincent's a swashbuckler. He thrashed Deathmold's people and disappeared. Those with the coins won't say a word because they're scared of Deathmold.
Jó.
Thanks, Civic. So long.
Elmondott nagyon sok mindent. A izét, kis testvérek. Ez volt az? Ez volt az. És izék itt voltak a bűzdémonok. Felrobbannak. Hey! Ráküldtem a izét, baszki, és semmi. Érdekes. Egy izét, egy fenőkövet? Tegyünk rá? Csinálta? Mi volt ez te? Ha, átkerült rá. Na. De nem. Hát nem bírom megnézni. Elég fura, nem ír semmit igazából. Hát te?
Greetings. Welcome an opportunity when it comes.
They say you run a traveling pawn shop. Heard you even have
Ószeres, majdnem azt hittem, hogy ószeres.
No song, no supper.
Nobody mentioned you speak in proverbs.
A willful man must have his way.
Ah, you're doing this on a bet. How long do you have to go on like this?
Lost time is never again found.
Ó, az gáz. Mit akartam? A páncélt akartam eladni még hozzá. Ez ritka, ez közönséges, úgyhogy ezt eladom. Ez is közönséges. Nálam mik vannak egyébként? Vannak ilyenek? Nagyon nincsen izénk most jelenleg. Hát akkor hagyjuk. Majd meglátjuk. Várjál, beszélni lehet még vele? Kocka üzlet szeret... Ó, haj, értem, de nagyon nem lehet. Úgyhogy te mit csinálsz? Hogy ide tudok letárolni dolgokat. Jó tudni róla. Mit csinálsz
Here
itt?
to visit your old friends?
Just looking around. You?
A lengthy stay in Hensom's camp, and one is likely to become somewhat Kedwanized. I'd like to avoid that.
Rightly so. I wonder what Sheila's doing in Henselt's camp.
You're not alone, because she's wondering what you're doing at the king's side.
How do you know?
She asked me about you.
What did she want to know?
I have no idea. I realized right off she was sniffing. I told her she could smell my fingers if she wanted. But that'd be all she'd get.
And she gave up.
Mm-hmm. See how careful I am?
Érdekes.
Have you tried to, approach Vess?
I've thought about it. On the one hand, I've never rogered a soldier, but on the other, the clean clang of steel against steel at an intimate moment could put off even the most attentive lover. Why do you ask?
I'd just like to know. Heard anything about Letho?
They say he's hiding in the ravines. He's not alone.
I know.
I fail to comprehend exactly why you have it in for him. He escaped, so what? You're no king, and as such,
De mit csinálsz a Dandelion seggében?
Letho knows a lot about me. There are certain things that probably only he can explain.
I'm not so certain you really want to know them.
We'll see.
Let's say you catch him. What then?
Nem tudom.
I'll decide once I've heard him out, learned the truth. Maybe I'll see his point, or maybe I'll just cut off his head. Henselt's camp is abuzz with rumors about the events 3 years ago.
When you burn a sorceress at the stake, rumors spread faster than the seed of a lascivious barrel.
I know you primarily value sorceresses for their firm busts, but I'm curious. What do you think of Sabrina Glevissig?
Sorceresses complain about feeling underappreciated, persecuted even. But let me tell you, Geralt, you live by the sword, you die by the sword. If they didn't meddle, they wouldn't be burned at the stake. They keep whining about the horrors that took place on Danid Island, about the order of the world being destroyed. But let me ask you, who brought that about, if not them and their scheming?
My memories and feelings seem inextricably linked. I seem to be recovering both. I believe Yennefer's alive, and I'll eventually find her.
Triss, Yennefer, that's some life you lead, my friend.
First off, we have no idea if Yennefer's still alive. Second, we have no idea if Triss is alive.
True. You seem to have 2 women, when in fact, you don't even have one.
Their kind doesn't die easily. I'll find Triss as soon as I've dealt with the assassin.
What about Yennefer?
I won't know what to do about her until I see her.
Aye, there are.
I want to stock up on provisions.
See, and you shall find.
He was a shepherd, had experience in seeking and finding.
That's what we'll praise.
Any discount on account of that?
Mit lehet tőle kacatot lehet venni? De inkább csak, hát nem tudom mi értelme van. Jelenleg nem igazán fogok eladni. Megint égek, nézd meg, égekkel beszélsz. Zoltán.
Greetings, Geralt, in these humble foreign walls.
Greetings.
My heart rejoiced to see that dear old noggin of yours emerge from a sea of unknown faces.
I see you prefer the company of Vernon and his men.
The soldier in Henselt's camp looks at me like I'm a lump of rotten meat.
Do you think they suspect you of being a spy?
Who the fuck knows what's in their bloody heads? You know what? I regret I'm not a spy. I feel like the last bloody cunt here. Somewhere nearby, my brethren are sharpening their axes, just waiting for the fog to dissipate so they can blunt them on some kid when he necks.
You've been around. Heard anything about the Kingslayer?
Just that Henselt is shitting himself for fear that his head is about to be separated from his shoulders. For me, the assassin's hiding out in the ravines, and I'll deal places. Anyway, I've been wondering, why the fuck do you care so much about this cunt that you're so ready to stick your neck out to find him?
Letho is guilty of 2 regicides. I want to know why he did it. Or rather, for whom.
What's the difference?
A witcher doesn't step into political quicksand for no reason.
Every king has so much shite under his collar that taking a knife to his throat is always justified.
I don't care for the precepts that govern the world, but I've yet to find anyone who's found a better way to do things. Killing kings solves nothing, quite the
What will you do when you find him?
We'll see when I talk to him, when I learn the truth. Maybe I'll see his point. Maybe I'll just cut off his head. All rested after the boat trip?
Don't remind me of that. My stomach churns at the very thought.
You could have traveled here on foot.
If I'd known it before days of rocking, I would have. And if they told me I'd be eating dried and salted cod 3 times a day, I'd have clobbered myself with my own hammer before boarding that boat.
You're spending all your time in Roach's camp. Have you two become chums?
Chums? That's a bit rich. But he doesn't piss me off as much as he used to. Either he's changed or I've grown accustomed.
Maybe both.
Maybe. Besides, the camp has loads of other attractions. Those men cheat me at cards, and there's a tit or two to hang the gaze upon.
If that's what you're after, there's a regular whorehouse in Hensel's camp.
What about building bridges and taking tolls under threat of force? None of that.
Nem lehet?
You sit among the rocks and who'd go there? As for tolls, the headman tricked them and they're not collecting any. He said he won't forbid them from collecting tolls, but not where there's no river. He said they do better building a highway to the town. And are they building it? Not.
Better to ask the way.
De nem veled akartam beszélni.
Easy go.
A csajjal, de mindegy.
Well, well, a witcher. Girls, trim yourselves.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
How can I help you, Hamilton?
Mi lenne, ha?
I'm looking for a whore.
We've got plenty of those, you'll be glad to hear. But you'll need to show me your coin before you choose one. We all have our principles.
I've got the Orans, if that's what you're wondering.
Well, these are my girls. Choose, white-haired one.
Húha. Hé. 18-at. Ja, annyink van, de... Várja. Hol adód? Itt van. Adunk el neki dolgokat. Felnőkőt nem adok el, pedig el lehetne adni elég jó áron. Ilyen csak mi lenne, ha megszabadulnánk mondjuk 5 fenőkőtől? Van pénzünk? Egy 100-as, hogy mit szólnának. Igen? Van. Tudjuk, hogy kit kell választani. Egy 100-assal meg 132, ennyire van szükség? Most figyelni kell arra, hogy mit mondunk neki. Mert ugye mondta nekünk a katonai mit mondjunk. Oh. Jaj. Hát ez rövid volt. Mi? Várjál már! De őt kellett kérni. Nem értem, pedig őt kellett kérni. Ő az? Assza meg a kurva élet.
We should have our say, take an interest in things. Or it will
Are you Leva?
If you've got a growth of some sort and you're here for the salve, get in line.
Nothing of the sort this time. You were here during Henselt's previous expedition.
What of it?
I have some questions.
Be quick. Half of Henselt's nobility's waiting for this salve. They've all started pissing blood out of longing for the spouses they left at home.
Oh.
Did many soldiers survive the battle 3 years ago?
But a handful. The rest were just vaporized. Those who could walk dragged those who couldn't. All the survivors were horribly burned.
I'm interested in that tower.
It's the remnant of a manor sacked long ago. They call it the Tower of Debauchery, since Madame Carol made camp at its foot.
The ravines around the camp, they don't look like they were shaped by nature.
They're proof of the great power sorceresses can summon. Sabrina's fireballs scarred the ground for many miles around the battlefield. 3 years back, it was the home of Malgat, a healer, and his family. While he helped us tend the wounded, someone murdered his children. Malgat couldn't come to terms with the tragedy and threw himself into the river. The children were buried behind the house. Their graves should still be there.
Okay,
I'll
köszöntöm.
let you get back to treating all those brave fighting men.
Kapunk meg információkat. Mit lehet vele üzletelni? Várjál. Van nála ruha. Erre lehet rakni oké. Egyértelműen ezt a kardot meg kéne vennünk. 617-be kerül. Én a fenőkövet igazából odaadnám érte. Mert ezt tudom upgrade-elni. Tehát fogjuk, eladjuk neki a fenőkövet. Mindet. Még mindig nincs rá pénzünk. Ezeket a mutagéneket nem. Ezt az összeset adjuk. Van olyan, amiért zöld penész, de ez küldetéstárgy, azt nem lehet. Amiért sisakvirág. Ezt eladom. Amikért kapunk több pénzt. Kritikus hatású mutagén. Oké, de kajran szövet, ezek kellenek. Kajran szeme. Ezek gomba. Eladjuk a rákba. Halál eszencia. Kajran szeme. Igen. Démánt. Ezek nem annyira fecskefű. Eladjuk. Előre úgy tűnik. Zsineg, azt általában találunk. Rongyot is találunk. Nekkerszem. Nem eladjuk el. Jó, ezek maradhatnak. Gyenge. Jó, de a gyengéket azokat adjuk el, mondjuk. A gyengék nem kellenek. Bármi, amit el lehet adni. Ez közönséges páncélfejlesztés. Közönségest eladjuk. Ritka, az jó. Kérdés, hogy most a kardot vegyem-e meg, vagy vegyünk egy ilyet, de ez 1582, sokkal drágább, viszont lehet upgrade-elni. Úgyhogy erre fogunk gyűjteni szerintem, úgyhogy a kardot azt nem veszem meg. Jó, csak üzletelni. A kardot nem veszem meg. Itt mi van? Kulcs szükségeltetik ide. Át kéne mennünk a másik oldalra. Igen, de beszélgetni. Nem beszélgetem el.
We're no strangers to the art of conversation, but it'll cost you just as much as a good plow.
Jó.
Ask away then. What would you like to talk about?
Heard of the Virgin of Edirn?
Hasn't everyone?
Any thoughts?
Oh yes. A maturing woman like that never been ploughed. Her head's bound to be muddled. We'll have peace when she drops her sword to grab a nice healthy prick instead. Well, how?
I wanted to...
We're...
Sounds...
Ask, what would you like to talk about?
I wouldn't mind knowing what you think of Henselt.
I'm a madam. What can I know about the king?
I seem to remember that madams and innkeepers know everything.
He used to come here to plough, to develop a camaraderie with the fighting men like, but that was just a phase. Most likely only ploughs sweet smelling ladies now.
Igen. Érdekes, közben nem fogy a pénzem, szóval akkor mégse kell érte fizetnem.
We're no... Ask, what would you...
Anything interesting going on in the camp?
Soldiers are scared shitless what with this battle approaching. They'd rather drink themselves silly than let us honest whores make some coin. Is that interesting? I doubt it.
Not raring to fight, are they?
They might have been eager at first, but the longer we sit here, the less lively they become. Fighting's like ploughing. Lust for one, and you lust for the other.
Oké, itt bent.
Diddle yourself, pauper.
Anyád, jól van.
At least this one bathes. Gotta pay for
Mother's
liquid
like
too.
my mother.
Boring.
Whoa! Didn't have anyone like you in our village.
Jó, menjünk át akkor.
Aye, there are. You don't mind. What's so strange about that?
Rócs tábora.
How are you?
Trouble. Trouble.
He does what? Puts a pig's eye in his ass. Greetings.
Hello.
Damn it.
Salutations, throats parched from all this running about. We need booze for the evening.
Guard up. That's more like it.
Az igen, van itt aztán minden.
In the face of possible disaster, they tried to draft entire villages in Beirut. Half the serfs knew beforehand and fled into the woods, but the rest were pressed into service.
Here to spy on us.
Who would I be spying for?
For Henselt. For Death Mold. I heard they hired you.
It just so happens we have common aims. But don't worry. Observing Vernon Roach isn't one of them.
In that case, to what do I owe this pleasure?
What news of good old Flotsam?
Thanks to us, it still is good old Temerian Flotsam. If I hadn't sniffed out Laredo's treachery, a Kedweni garrison would be stationed there already. Constable John Natalis has appointed a new commandant to Flotsam. Let's hope he doesn't turn out to be another whore.
You miss your old friend, Yorvith?
If the gods are kind, he'll yet fall into my hands.
Nagyon haragszik rá.
I wonder what the scoundrel's up to.
You need to be careful. Death Mold can't learn that you're holding a Kedweni spy.
He won't. Don't you worry, none.
Death Mold has an excellent net of his own spies.
That spy we caught at Laredo's, Arnold. He's prancing around in the next world.
Why did you kill him?
What else was I to do?
On the boat, you said he was living proof of Henselt's conspiracy against Temeria.
I didn't plan it. He just didn't survive the interrogation.
Maybe you shouldn't have keel-hauled him.
If he'd been cooperative, I wouldn't have had to.
Did he spill anything interesting?
He was tough, but waterboarding can be incredibly effective. Eventually, he coughed up that Henselt was trying to bring the border towns to a boil.
Henselt's not stupid. He wouldn't want to wage war on two fronts.
That Rattlerito was supposed to stir unrest in Flotsam. Luckily, you rearranged his intestines with your blade.
Oh, valóban.
Any idea what's happening on the other side of the Battle of Spectres?
Well, I expect not much has changed. A bunch of dwarves, elves, and peasants are trying to figure out how to save Edirn.
Saskia is an exceptional woman.
But just a woman, nonetheless. Besides, how would you know?
Just a hunch, and there's all the talk. Besides, to assemble an army of elves, dwarves, and humans who fight side by side, you pretty much have to be extraordinary.
You'll not persuade me some woman will defeat Henselt in battle.
You're forgetting one thing. Kedwen's just fighting for a better life. Edirn's fighting for life itself.
Motivation's important, I grant you. But it can't trump knowledge of the art of war. Temeria's my only concern. And I'll be glad to see Henselt's forces tied up here. That's a good thing.
Think he wouldn't stop after conquering Edirn? What if he quickly deals with Saskia and turns his army west?
It's possible, but I hope it won't come to that.
I was wondering what you're actually doing here, Vernon.
Blue Stripes never want for work, especially in a hotbed like
Lehet,
this.
hogy háborút
You're not
akar.
about to tell me, are you? And here I thought we had something special.
I've got my finger on the pulse, and I've not forgotten what I came here for, Geralt.
Ó, mert én igen.
Precisely. He's holed up like a rat, and he'll meet a rat's end.
How are things, Vernon?
Quiet. Nothing to talk about, really. Like everybody else, I'm waiting to see how events unfold.
Why not stop waiting and try setting something in motion?
My people are combing the area for Letho, who seems to have vanished. There's nothing else I can do. What are you up to?
Busy as ever. I need to lift the fog of specters, reverse Sabrina's curse, and find out who's behind the plot to assassinate Henselt.
I never thought I'd see you so eager to help Henselt.
Coincidence. Our interests happen to have aligned.
What interest might you have in tracking down this plot?
I get the feeling it's all linked. If I can't get to the bottom of this plot, I'll be unable to lift the curse and never recover my past.
In any case, I wonder who's behind it.
Well, I know where the plotters meet. If you want to learn more, come with me.
That would be a grave error. A captain of the Temerian army shouldn't meddle in the domestic matters of another state.
I thought that's exactly what they pay you to do.
Sorry, Geralt. This time I truly cannot help.
Vagy nem akarsz segíteni, az egy másik dolog.
But we'll have to make do with them. We'll put them out front.
Yes.
Let the cavalry...
Greetings, Geralt.
Greetings, Vess. What news from the Blue Stripes?
They're keeping their eyes open, as always.
Could Henselt himself be behind the assassinations?
You don't think it's possible? Consider the Pontar Valley. Temeria, Kedwen, and Edirn have been disputing it for generations. Only now, Temeria and Edirn are kingless.
True. Henselt might profit from the deaths of Foltest and Demavend, but covert assassinations aren't his style.
I suppose you're right. The Kedweni king seems to love a good war. Just take a look around. Perhaps that's his ruse. When the cheese goes missing from the larder, no one thinks of blaming the cat.
Végül is.
We've lost the assassin's trail.
The trail led us here. If it goes no further, the assassins must be in the vicinity. I see two possibilities. Either Henselt hired them, or he's their next target.
We'll find out soon enough. Henselt thinks he'll take Vergen easily.
A regular army will always win against a popular uprising. I know this, Henselt knows it. I don't understand why Saskia doesn't.
Maybe she'd rather die than surrender. Or she has a surprise in store for Henselt.
Possibly. Henselt keeps the precise plans of his campaign a secret.
Why haven't you set up in the Kedweni camp? Information becomes more available the closer you get to the source.
Henselt doesn't trust us and I don't blame him. If not for this damn fog, we'd have moved even further south.
Jó. Beszéltünk vele, és innen folytatjuk.
Terrible losses on the left flank.